Smooth shave today.
Yeah, Tony's smooth over here.
Except for the beard, I gotta line that up. All right.
Hey, Whole Athlete family, how are you? Thank you for joining us on a Thursday morning. I hope it is lovely and sunny where you are. Here, it looks like it's still kind of cold and rainy. It rained all day yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
We were like swimming, literally swimming.
It's not stopping.
It's not stopping. That just stinks. Oh my word. Anyway, that's okay. It's sunny where we are, and that's good. Right? So, I hope that you are doing great. Anybody getting weary from this quarantine yet? I know I've had my moments, that's for darn sure. Yeah, Sharon Jane's here as well. Sharon's birthday is today. Oh my word. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sharon. Happy birthday to you. Sending you hugs, virtual hugs. So, Whole Athlete crew, I just want to remind you of the Live for Lives. And if you would like to donate for that, please make sure you go to Tony and Danny and Anthony's website, wholeathlete.com, and make sure you take care of that. If you'd like to, my people, you are welcome to donate into that as well. Would love to have you in there as well. So I hope you have your mat. Jan can't get on. That's not good. Let me see if I can get her a link. All right, if you've got your mat and you have your water and you are ready, I want you to just take your lovely self to your mat. I'm going to talk you through a couple things here, and I want you to just, I want you to lay down. All right, I want you to lay down, and I want you to choose for a moment here. You are going to be present with just you. And you are going to take an assessment as you lie down and close your eyes. I'm just going to be quiet for a moment because I want you to just take assessment of your body and where you're at. What do you need today for you? Close your eyes, and I just want you to relax your body. Go from your top of your head down to the bottom of your feet. And I want you to just take a nice deep breath. I want you to release all the stress that you might have or you might not have. Right? Release that stress. I want you to think about, is there any place specifically on your body right now that you need to work? Do you need to work a little harder in one area or not? Do you need to be more gentle on one area or not? Just take an assessment of you. Our bodies speak to us. They speak to us. Oh, awesome, sis, you're in. Cool beans. So often it is really, really easy for us to not pay attention to our body. I think we're all set. Jan got in. Hopefully Katie will get in. So often we're just moving so fast we don't pay attention to what we feel in our body, and it's so important. So use this moment just with your breath to settle in and just feel what you're feeling. And see where things are. All right, so hopefully you relaxed and you have just found some space there for you and paid attention, gained some awareness if there's any tension. If you are sitting for long hours at a computer, which might be many of us, your lower back might have some issues. You might be feeling some stuff in your hips. That, or a lot of times we have a lot of tension up in our shoulders and our neck. And so what I want to invite you into this class is, especially with your neck and your shoulders, to release. If you start to feel tension in your neck and your shoulders, you are in the wrong place. And I will cue you through that as well, but in the class. But just, I want to invite you to relax into that. Hey, Katie, I'm glad you got on. Yay. Sink into that, and I just want you to just lay there. And now I want you to turn your toes up. I'm going to go to my mat, and I'm going to join you. So I want you to take your toes up to the ceiling. And I want you to reach your heels as far away from you as you can. So we're going to get our body into a neutral position, okay? In your hips, your hip crest bone and your pubic bone, they should be nice and flat. So those are 3 bony points of your pelvis. And your sacrum is wide and flat on the mat. Your lower back is up off of the mat because we're following the natural curvature of the spine, right? And then you're lengthening through the top of your head. With your shoulders, roll them up, back, and down, and then just reach your fingertips down towards your heels. Palms are up. The reason your palms are up is because I want that to open up through your chest. It's really important, especially right now when a lot of us are spending time around computers or technology, right? We tend to be closed on the front of our body. We need to open that space up. So palms up. All right, now, posterolateral breath work. I want you to breathe in through your nose, out through your open mouth, relaxed jaw. It's a ha sound. In through your nose, out through that mouth. Keep going. On that, when you breathe in, you feel those ribs open. Exhale, they close in. So feel that. Inhale through the nose, open the rib cage. Exhale. Keep going. It's a forced exhalation on that so that you're getting that stale air at the bottom of your lungs out, right? Breathing in, opening the cavity here. So you feel your ribs open, the intercostal stretch, and you get all this space for your lungs to expand to capacity. And as you exhale, you're forcing all the air. And it's an open mouth, relaxed jaw, really important, because what you're doing there is relaxing your jaw, your neck, and your shoulders, and you're forcing that stale air out. Oxygenating our system, really, really, really super important. If you are new to Pilates, every time we stop and do this breath work practice, but if you're fairly new to the class, when we are going into the movement portion, I want you to focus on the movement, not the breath. I will talk breath with movement, do one at a time. For those of you who are seasoned Pilates veterans, you are going to stay with moving both together. The more you incorporate your breath with the movement, the more you get out of the class, I promise. And Pilates is one of those, love you, the longer you do it, the harder it gets. Because the more you learn to work your body intentionally and all the little things, it's just amazing. So we're working from the health on the inside out, okay? So if you want proprioception, we're gonna move on after this. Take your thumb on the last rib cage and back, and the pointer finger on the last rib cage in front. And when you breathe in, you feel the expansion and contraction of that rib cage. Now, as you're coming in and you feel that contraction, you should feel that core, your rectus abdominis, your abdominal muscles, connecting, contracting, right? That's what you're doing. And so the reason we use this breath work is so that we can keep that core tight throughout the entire class. Yes, I did say the entire class. I love it. All right, let's get moving on from here. Cervical nod, so chin to chest, and bring it down. Exhale, inhale down. So it's like you're grabbing an orange underneath that chin. Eyes down to your toes. Keep going. I am pausing and taking a little longer for those of you who are, rocking and rolling with me on Pilates classes normally. Yes, I am going a little bit longer here because I want to make sure that it's going to take a little bit more when I'm not face to face with you, that I just want to make sure that you guys are thinking through your body and you are safe. As you're drawing your head up, if your neck ever feels this, right, what you're going to do is take your hands gently behind your head, and you're going to let your head fall down into your hands, right, so that you protect your neck. Now, When you're ready, chest lift. We're gonna peel those shoulders off of the mat. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Inhale down. So you want to feel this contraction, keep going, right underneath your rib cage. It's the top part of your rectus abdominis, right? Top part. Right underneath your ribs. That's where your energy is right now. Again, protect your head and neck. If you need your hands behind your head, push your head down into your hands. You never want to pull up on that head or neck, right? We're always protecting that. Energy here. Exhale as you come up, inhale as you come down. Keep it slow and controlled. Last one. You're gonna hold it down and bring your arms up overhead, and then exhale, come down to the hip. Inhale, exhale. Now, as we do this, it is really important that you keep your shoulder blade pulling down towards your hip, your rib cage down, keeping that core engaged. And you use resistance. So as you're bringing your arms down towards your hips, it's like you're pulling them through wet cement, Jell-O, ice cream, whatever you want to think of. Just create resistance. But as you come up overhead, make sure that your rib is down and your abs are tight. Oftentimes I see this, where people lift their rib cage and their tummy is completely disengaged and their shoulders are not, and it's just more of this flopping, and I love you. Don't do it. Keep your abs tight, keep your ribs down, keep your shoulders down. It's a controlled movement. All right, now, snow angel arms, all the way up and bring it back down. Same concept here. Strong shoulder girdle, shoulder blades down, ribs down as you're reaching overhead. Nice resistance as you're bringing your hands down to your hips. Good, and hold it down when you get there. Leg slide, so draw the right heel up and then press it away. Left heel up, press it away. Hey Jan, does the blue mat help? Bring it out. Exhale, inhale. So you've got a box of rocks attached to your ankle. And you've got to use your hamstring to pull it in and then push it as far away from you as you can. Exhale, inhale. Use your resistance. Again, if you're new to Pilates, please keep the movement and don't worry about the breath as much, all right? Exhale. All right, balance out, so make sure you've gotten both. Now we're gonna pull both our feet up and in. Please make sure that you've got a fist width between your knees and between your feet. I want you to pull your toes up, all right? You feel the ball of your foot and you feel your heel. Arch should be lifted. Then gently set your toes down. You are now connected, right, from your toes, the ball of your foot, your heel. Kinesthetically, you feel that foot on the mat. Take an assessment into your pelvis. 3 bony points of your pelvis are nice and flat. You put a plate there, it's flat. Lower back's off the mat, you're still lengthening through that spine. What happens a lot of times when we come here is we would just want to kind of flop into it. We allow our pelvis to just sink down and our legs to kind of flop. So we are holding a neutral position, fist width between connection with the feet, pelvis, shoulders, right? And now we're going to take our 6 o'clock. So in Pilates, right, you've got a 12 o'clock at your xiphoid, 6 o'clock is your pubic bone, 3 and 9 o'clock are your hip crest bones. So we're going to pull our 6 o'clock forward and then release. Exhale, drop forward, inhale, release. So you are relaxing your legs, your hamstrings, your quads, your glutes. You're not working those. You are working that lower portion of your rectus abdominis. So if you take your fingertips and you walk it down below that belly button, you should feel that muscle contracting as you draw it forward. And another way to think of this is lower back coming to the mat. Inhale, lower back lifting away. Exhale, inhale. We do not often just rock and roll through the pelvis. We really don't. And then we get very tight in our hips. And we hold a lot of stress in our hips, which is an interesting place, but we do. So this is really important, just the isolation. Now, hold it back into your neutral. So if we were putting a plate on those bones, right? The 3 and 9 o'clock and the 6 o'clock, it would be flat. Lower back off that mat. 3 and 9 o'clock, your hip crest bones now. Think about puppet strings, and we're gonna lift that 3 o'clock up to the ceiling, pull the 9 o'clock down into the mat. You are resisting this. It's a push and pull at the same time. Up to the ceiling, push down into the mat, come center. Exhale up. Now leave your 6 o'clock neutral. Lower back is off of the mat. So if I come with the lengthen here, lift, but see my butt cheek's not coming up. We're not doing this, right? You're here, lift straight up to the ceiling, pull down, come center. Straight up, pull down. This is a lower lumbar stretch. So the lower part of your back, it mimics your walking gait. A little bit more range of motion when you have your knees bent. So think about that knee lengthening out with that hip going straight up to the ceiling. Keep going. Okay, everybody good? Please, again, make sure you post anything in the chat box. I would love to know if you need anything. Sandy, just remember with your back when we're rolling, you know, if in the direction, I'm forgetting which one, sorry, but that you go on the opposite, right? And if you need anything, guys, just let me know because I can add that modification in there for you, but I just need you to put it in the chat. Whole athlete, you can just put that in where you need to and we can get back to you as well. So you can always get those comments and questions in, okay? If something hurts, you're not going to do it. I love you. You are going to honor your body and you're only going to work as hard as you need to work, but also no cheating. Don't not work hard. All right, balance it out. All right, now what you're gonna do is drop those knees to the right and pull them back up neutral. Drop left. This is called hip roll. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Now the key to this is when you come back into that neutral position, right? You still have the fist width between your knees and your feet. And your hips are so neutral here. Lower back up off of that mat. So guys, we're not just flinging our body around. We are moving intentionally because we want the benefits. And when we're drawing the knees back up, we're using the obliques. So, right? So we're warming up through the whole part of our core in these exercises. We've done up, we've done down, and now we're going on side. All right, so balance out. That's a fairly easy one here. Get both sides and hold center. Make sure you're neutral. Lift up into a neutral bridge and bring it down. Now with your feet, make sure that as you lift up, you're pressing into your big toe and the middle of your heel as well. So when you press into that big toe, you should feel the inner thigh connect. Yes. I love the connections of the body. Now when you lift, your back stays straight and your weight is on your shoulders. Lengthen through those knees as you come up, and then last one. Now we're going to take this to an articulation bridge. So you're neutral. Now draw your 6 o'clock forward, lower back to mat, and I want you to lift up one vertebrae at a time until you're resting on your shoulders. Now, to go down, pull your 6 o'clock forward, and then from your shoulders, drop one vertebrae at a time for that lower back, and then rock to neutral. Neutral pelvis. Draw it up, one at a time, and bring it back down. One vertebrae at a time. Close your eyes. Draw that 6 o'clock. Feel the core engage. Peel one vertebrae at a time up off. Draw the 6 o'clock forward and roll it down. Keep going. At the top, the reason I have you draw that 6 o'clock forward before you come down from the shoulders down to your butt and then rock to neutral is because if you don't, your butt's going to come first and then you're not getting every part of your spine. So it's meant to be each one first, right? And you always want to make sure that you are resting on your shoulders, never on your neck. Good? So you should be feeling this nice rolling on that spine. And I am not counting. I don't count because I want you to be paying attention to your body and what you need. Not worried about following an 8 count or any other count. So when you get down, I want you to hold it down. Make sure you're beautiful and neutral. Roll those shoulders back. And we're going to take that right leg up to the ceiling and just give us a nice stretch. Please hold above or below your knee joint, okay? And draw it in gently. This is not a hard stretch. Then point and flex. Do all y'all know how important the range of motion is in your ankle? Our feet are our foundation for so many things. So rotate. One of the guys here, I was doing a class, this was quite a while ago. I was doing a class here at Whole Athlete. And switch sides. He had us doing toe yoga. Toe yoga. I challenge you. You try to do toe yoga. Move one toe at a time. Yeah, right? Or just try like your big toe. Try moving just your big toe. And then circle around with the ankle. And then all the other 4 toes together at the same time without your big toe. Go the other way. So there's your homework. When you're bored today, you're gonna think about toe yoga. But anyway, how do your ankles feel? You got one side that's better than another? Probably. All right, my friends, hopefully you are nice and warmed up. Bring those arms up overhead. Again, shoulders down, ribs down, partial roll up, touch your knees and bring it down. Exhale up, inhale down. All right, your energy is right underneath that rib cage. You're relaxing your shoulders, your head and your neck, and if you need your hands behind your head, do that. That's okay, right? Just make sure your energy is right underneath that rib cage. Relax through those shoulders. Yes, we're using that core. You're gonna hold it up there when you get there. And we're gonna rock to the right, come center, rock left, and bring it down. Do it again. Rotate, exhale, inhale, exhale, in, bring it down. Now you're working those tummy muscles out nice and flat, right? When we come up, it's easy to let them go, work, but don't do that. Work them out as flat as possible. Exhale, you got it. Last one. It's like if somebody punched you in the gut, right? That's where you would go. Hold it down and bring it around. Now draw your knees up into a shelf position. So, shelf is right here. You can see I've got my knees in a 90 degree and my hips are to 90, all right? Now, let me give you a quick little life hack, fitness hack that's mine, right? Really not mine, but drawing your knees in, so do this with me just a second. When you draw your knees in, do you feel how your lower back rests on the mat? Good. When you move your knees back into neutral, do you feel how you come to your sacrum and that lower back comes off the mat? Now you are in a neutral spinal alignment, yes? Okay, if you do not have any lower back problems, I want you to keep your neutral as best as possible, to keep this in a 90 degree, yes? If you have lower back problems or your lower back starts to hurt, gently draw those knees in and let your lower back rest, okay? It is really important, I love you, let me say something really quick. It's really important that you rest that lower back if it's bothering you, but don't hold it in a neutral position and try and shove your lower back down into the mat. You know those little toys that you can pop, right? Your lower back is supposed to be a little curved up, right? And so if you try and shove that sucker down, you're putting a lot of compression on that lower lumbar spine. We don't want to do that. So that's why if you have a back problem, just draw it in and it naturally will rest it. Okay, so now you're here, hold that neutral. We're gonna go into femur arc series. We're gonna drop that to the right leg and then the left leg. Now, your focal point and movement at your hip. You notice my knees are staying at a 90 degree. Your breath, inhale at the top, exhale as you go down and up. Right? So you're moving from your hip, yes? Pay attention. Are you moving your knee joint? Are you doing this? Is your knee going straight and then bending? I love you. You're doing it wrong if that's what's happening. I love you. If you would like a different option, make it a little harder, that's when you straighten your legs the whole time and you go down and up. And you are making sure that your hips are staying neutral the entire time. All right, balance out. And then we're gonna draw those knees in. Take a nice deep breath. Your lower abdominals should be feeling that, maybe even into your hip flexors. Drop those feet. Lift up into that neutral bridge. You're gonna hover your hands over that mat, so reaching your fingertips down towards your heels. Now, hips down, arms overhead. Exhale, inhale. This is your neutral bridge. Press into that big toe. Yeah, you got it. So sacrum lifts, sacrum comes down. Rest on your shoulders. Now here's your option. We're gonna hold it up there. So you can stay right here if you want. You take whatever option or experience you want, or we're gonna extend and we're gonna bring that leg up to the ceiling. All right? You can hold it here. Here we go. Drop down, keep your back straight. Exhale. Inhale down, exhale up. Now, you should feel your sacrum touch the mat, not your lower back. That's where you have to work to keep your spine neutral. And if your hamstring on your left leg is saying welcome to the party and you need to stretch it, make sure you do. Last one. And take it down and let's switch sides. Reach, keep those hips neutral. So you have lots of options. You can just hold these, right? Here we go, take it up. And please make sure no energy in your foot. Here we go. Drop it down, exhale up. Guys, there's a lot to think about. So I just want you to make sure you're listening to your body. You can just do a normal bridge or hold the positions. Ribs down, shoulders down as you lift overhead. Pressing into that full foot and the big toe as you lift up. Set it down, beautiful. Draw those knees in one more time. Take a nice deep breath. We good? All right, let's take it right into hundreds. So again, knees in its shelf position. Bring that upper body up. Palms are up. Hips neutral. Lower back up off, right? So options, head down, head up, legs extended. You choose which one you want. We're going to start here. Inhale 5, exhale 5. Inhale 5, exhale 5. Or extension up in a high diagonal. So your arms are moving from the shoulders and you are working to sabotage the stability at your center. Inhale 5, exhale 5. Head can go down at any time. Bend your knees if you would like to. And finish up for you. And draw it in, nice. Are you sweating? I'm sweating over here. All right, take those knees, set it all the way down. We're gonna roll over onto our side. So, side lying position can be a little bit of a trick for people, okay? I want you to make sure your head is all the way down because again, I'm going for a neutral spine. We want length in our spine. And if you come up here on this hand, what happens to your cervical spine? This is not neutral. You don't stand like this. So your body needs to look like it would if you were standing. Now, if you would like to, grab a block, grab a blanket, grab a little pillow, and put it underneath your head here. That's perfectly fine, okay? Or if you have just your arm underneath your head, if your neck ever feels it, push your hand up into your head, push your head down into your hand, and it releases the pressure on your neck. Okay, so that's neck, shoulders down, abs tight. On the sideline, what likes to happen? Everything slides. Don't you love that at night when you're laying in bed and you're like, man, it's all like puddled on the floor? Why? On the bed, sorry. Maybe not the floor. Hopefully not the floor. Okay, abs are tight, I digress. Hips, right? You want them stacked, and a lot of times we think front and back, but that's not the only way we stack our hips. More important is actually moving that top leg. You see how my hips move here, right? So, take that top leg, reach as far as you can, take that toe, touch the floor past the bottom of that foot, the bottom foot. And then just move the foot back into neutral. You should have space at your waist or light at your waist. That means your hips are neutral. So now your body's in a nice long line. Nice connection with your breath. And if you need your hand for more stability, use that on the front. Less stability, use your hand on your hip. So either one is fine, okay? Take that top leg and we're gonna go up with the heel and down with the heel. Inhale up, exhale down. You'll notice my range of motion is not very big, and that's because I'm keeping my hips neutral. If I don't go neutral, my range of motion can come all the way up. So if you're doing this, are you hurting yourself? No. But are you controlling it from your hip? No. And that's what I'm going for here. I'm going for the neutral, the length of the spine, the alignment there, and the control of the hip. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Now hold it up there. We're going to go a little percussive breath. So it's inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Love you. And hold. Now point that toe. You ready? Side lying side circles. So draw a little circle. Inhale. Reach that toe away from you like you're trying to draw a circle on the opposite wall, and hold, go the other way. Circle. Please take a break at any point. If that outer thigh starts to burn, take a break. We always get into these in class and we're like, oh my gosh, they hurt so much. So just in case your outer thigh is hurting and you're wondering, oh, Sharon's doesn't look like it is. It is. Hold. Flex. Ready? You're gonna hold that there. And you're gonna lift that bottom leg, don't fall. Up. Lift it up and lower. You got it. Now, here's your challenge. Release this top leg, outer thigh. And I want you to use that lower inner thigh. Squeeze. Squeeze. Good. Now, on this one, I'm just going to show you where we're going to go. We're going to go up and front, up and back. Front, back. Leave this top leg still. Make sense? Good. And hold. Both legs together. Draw it in. Woo! Give it a little rub, baby. Yes, give it a little rub. We're not quite done. Now, see how it's easy to let that hip rock in? Bring it up. Stack it. Again, pay attention to your waist. Now, touch your knees together and heels together. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale. Abs are tight. Don't let them. Come on, we got it. Last one. And hold. Now, press that into the floor. Walk it up. Smile. Take your top leg and bring it in front. And smile. Smile. My outer thigh is burning. I hope yours is burning too. Misery loves company, especially in these ones. How are we doing? Anybody need anything? Nope, we're good? Okay. Mine's burning. Oh. It's always fun. What's the beauty about the sideline stuff, right? So you always got to do the other side. Woo! Okay. Feel it, feel it, feel it. We're going to do a back segment today. Instead of doing it supine on our mat, we're going to do it in a vertical position. Okay? All right. Find your other side. And again, make sure. Let's get into that neutral position again. If you need your pillow, if you need a block, whatever you need, keep that head down, lengthen the neck. Push up into that head, push down into the hand if you need to relax. Hips, play with that a little bit. You should feel it, right? You can see it. I know you can because I'm watching in my screen and I can see that. Then I'm just demonstrating for you that movement of the hip. You're stacking. Flex the feet, reach that top foot touch. That just moves you and lengthens you, so now your waist should be nice and light on the floor. Bring those feet back together. Drop the shoulders. Again, remember wherever you need your hands, connect with your breath. And your core is engaged. Ready? Here we go. Lift and lower. Just be thinking that when we do the second side of our side lying, it's always easier. Reach up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Guys, I'm so proud of you for being here, and I really am so grateful that you would join me. I love. It just feels like it gives at least, even though I don't see your beautiful faces and I'm working on a screen, I see your names and I can see you in my mind's eye, and it just makes me so happy to know, like, we can do this together despite the circumstances, and gives just some sense of normalcy in a sense, you know? Take it up, hold, and now percussive breath. Come on, you can do it. Let's go. I know you can. Come on. Take a break if you need to, and then hold. Keep those hips and lift. Exhale, squeeze. Come on, use that inner thigh. You're paying attention to your waist, right? It's staying nice and lifted off of that floor. Keep a beautiful alignment of your body. Just take a break when you need to. Form is so important, especially in Pilates, which is why it's not my favorite to do when I can't see you, because I like to be hands-on and I like to be able to help people just get into a nice body alignment, because we're not watching our bodies, right? Hold. Good. Draw it in and let it go. Challenge it up. Really pay attention to where your body is at in space, right? I know sometimes we want to think, oh, I don't want to look. Yes, you do. Abs tight. Nice hips. Ready? Here we go. Knee together, heel together. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Keep those hips. Yeah, you got it. Did anyone join afterwards and you didn't hear me say to put on your own music? I hope so, because it's just been easier with the Pilates for everybody to have their own music than it is for me to worry about music licensing stuff and just being able to stream it. So, all right, last one, guys. Here we go. And draw it in. Woo, walk it up. Oh, I forgot one. Take it down. Sorry. Lengthen. Abs. Here we go. This is where I need my team. You were all about ready to go, yes, we forgot it. Side line, side circles. Come on. Circle it. It might be a little hard here on this one. I always rely on my team to help me out. And go the other way. Hips, abs, shoulders, neck. Pay attention to all of your body here. Taking a break if you need to. And hold. Aha, now. Bring it up. Woo! All right, guys, take that top leg again. Swing it in front. Take a nice deep breath. Do you love it? Fix your hair. Oh. Anybody hair becoming an issue yet? I just had a really good friend. She kind of has hair like mine. She shaved her head. She let her husband shave her head. I was just like, oh my gosh. She's brave, she's bold, and she really is beautiful. She looks good with it. It's fine. She really does. I don't think that I can pull it off. I don't know that I want to pull it off, honestly. Okay, so you want you to come into quadruped here. Now, it's really important, if you can see yourself, take a look. Okay? Because you want your knee directly underneath your hip, and you want your wrist directly underneath your shoulder. Okay? Abs tight. Right? We are not arching, and we are not sagging. We are holding neutral. So now reach through your tailbone and reach through the crown of your head. Like somebody's pulling on the crown of that head and somebody's pulling on that tailbone. You should be looking toward the end of your mat. Your neck is nice and long. Nobody else is around you, so try to talk. If you talk weird, that means your head's either up here or your head down here. You should be able to talk normal. Give it a shout, right? You got it? Good. Nice long neck. Guys, that's a neutral position of the body. Connect with your breath here. Inhale, open those ribs. Exhale. You got it. Breathe it in. You're rolling your shoulders back and down, really connecting that shoulder blade, that scapula to your hip. Yeah, good. Take a moment in this position, and I want you just to say to yourself, I am beautiful and I am strong. You good? Good. Okay. Now, up into cat. Exhale. Draw your 6 and 12 together. Pubic bone and xiphoid. Right now, come to cow. Here we are going up into that arch and that sag, right? But we're doing it intentionally. So exhale, bring the 12 and 6 together. Feel the contraction in your center. Drop it down, bring your head up and out for the length. One more time. And now hold your neutral position. If you want to do one arm or one leg at a time, please do that. Otherwise, we're going to go right arm, left leg, and work into extension here. Now, reach. Reach. Yes, but keep your shoulder blade pulling down. You want to protect your shoulder girdle. You're not reaching out with that, right? Make sure your weight is evenly distributed on your hand and your knee, and find your length. Neck is long, belly button to spine, lifting up and out with a shoulder and a hip, and breathing as you lengthen. So keep that shoulder girdle strong. And bring it in. So if you ever switch sides, left arm, right leg, unless you're just doing one at a time, and reach. Again, it's pulling that shoulder blade down into your hip, reach it out. Good, belly button to spine. Guys, you gotta keep it all up and out of the shoulder, looking toward the end of that mat, lengthen. If ever your back is hurting you, this is a really good exercise. It lengthens obviously through the spine, but it's also a really good strengthener. It is a really important and simple exercise. I am going to challenge you a little bit with it right now if you want. Switch sides, go back to where we started. If you were doing one at a time, you should be doing one leg now, right? But the rest, if you are on here and you want to hold this, go ahead, make sure your abs are tight. Or option 2, pick your foot up off the floor so you're balancing your weight evenly between your hand and your knee. There's no energy in your feet. It's in your center. Okay. Hold and find your length. It's harder than it looks. So if you're looking at me and thinking I look stable and it looks easy and you're floundering all over the place, you're not alone. It is harder than it looks. I've only been doing it for about 10 years. This particular exercise, I think I don't even remember when I put it into the rotation, but I love it. Because it really challenges our balance, but it's in a place of safety. Because even if you fall over, you're on your hands and knees, you're not going anywhere. So challenge your balance. That's what's happening here. We're lengthening, we're challenging the strength of the back, but we're also working our core stability. This is where the health is from the inside out. Those inner stabilizer muscles have to fire to keep you balanced. And it's really, really important core work. Relax your feet though. Right? Even pressure on your hands and knee. And bring it in. Beautiful job. Tuck your toes under. Come to down dog. Drop those heels. Shoulders to your hips. Stay here and just take a nice deep breath in. Now, soften through the knees and walk your hands to your feet. All right? And you're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time until you are standing. Good. Okay. Standing, if you're on your mat, is going to be less stable. On the floor is going to be more stable. I'm going to stay here because simply I'm watching my screen and I want to make sure I get all of me because there's so much tall of me here. I want you to be on the end of your mat here. All right? We're going to do a roll down. It's kind of like a roll up, but from your rib cage, roll down. Keep your knees soft. Pull your 6 o'clock forward. Let your body hang. Now, from that 6 o'clock, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Good. Breathe it in all the way up into a neutral position. Drop the tailbone, head to ceiling, knees soft. And again, from that rib cage, exhale down. Just drawing that 6 o'clock forward. Allow that upper body to just hang for a moment. Breathe it in. And from your 6 o'clock, pull that pubic bone forward and uncurl one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful job. Good. So that's a roll down, which is like a roll up, right, but just in the vertical position. Now, we're going to go into a hip hinge. So knees are soft. You have your weight distributed evenly on both feet, and we're going to stick that booty out and come into a hinge. So you're going into a tabletop, all right? Depending on the length of your hamstrings might depend on the bend of your knee, okay? So you're going to stay in this position. Now I want you to lift your arms straight up overhead, drawing the shoulder blades down. Right, so from your fingertips to your tailbone, you're in a straight line. Good. And now come up, hips forward. Yes. All right, do that one more time. Come down, bring your arms out, and bring it up. So that's option 1. Now hold out. If you would like to add, we're going to take that one arm back, and we're going to swing. Reach. Exhale. Softening those knees. Come on, reach, shoulder blades down, abs tight, your belly buttons to spine, right? Do not break in that. And hold, bring both arms down and come up. Lovely. Okay. Last option on this if you want it, okay? Take your toe behind you. Hips are neutral, so I'm not opening up here, right? Keep neutral here. I touch that toe. This knee is soft. I come into my hinge. Toe stays light. I don't have any weight here. All my weight is on the standing leg in front. This one's very light. Good? Bring your arms up. Here's where your balance comes in. Please keep your toe on the floor. Okay? Feel that leg working. Feel that length of the spine. Good, and step it in, bring it up. Beautiful job. Now let's go the other leg. So neutral hip, touch toe. I know I'm exaggerating this, but I'm not with you to see you. So I'm seeing in my mind's eye, and I'm exaggerating these because I really want your form. Keep this. It's easy, we just do this, right? Neutral. Toe back. Now, hip hinge, soften that knee. Abs are tight. All of your weight is on that front leg. This back leg is just gently touching. Good? And bring those arms overhead. Abs tight. You find that length, feel that length in your spine here? Beautiful. That toe is light, but it's holding your balance back there. And I specifically want you to keep your toe down today. Keep that toe down, but just lightly touching the floor. Good, and bring it up. Now we're just gonna go one more time each side. And we're gonna add. So come back with the first leg. Hinge, bring it down. Abs are tight, back is straight. Here's your option if you want it. Okay? We're gonna swing, swing. Now with that toe light behind you, that's more instability, so we're causing our core to really work. Reach, reach, reach. The more advanced option comes up here, but I want you to make sure you've got the stability, and I also want your hips neutral, which is why I want your foot down. I can't see you to make sure your hips are neutral, so keep that toe down. And then hold both arms overhead and bring it up. Beautiful. How's that leg doing? Good? Switch sides. Toe, neutral, and bring it down. Good. Yes. Here we go. Arms up. And if you want, add in. So this is what I'll do a lot, is I'll work exercises up into different experiences. You get to choose which one is good for you. Keep your form. Do not break your form. If you need a break, take it. That means you're working hard. Because often, our culture says, and hold, bring both arms up, and bring it up. Woo! Nice job. Now come to the end of your mat. Actually, other side, and we're gonna take a seat. Nice. All right, crisscross, sit. Stay lengthwise. I'm just turning so I can see you. So much of our culture says, and I just want you to reach forward and open up that spine. I think you should have just worked it. I feel it. So much of our culture says the bigger the better, and it's really not. I gotta finish all these reps. No, you don't. Honor your body. Don't stop if you're just cheating because you're not, whatever, you want another one. But stop if your form is being compromised, because you're not doing yourself any favors, I promise. Actually doing yourself a lot of disservice. Okay, so let's finish up here. We have time, okay. Now, in spinal extension in a seated position, right? Depending on, again, here we go on the length of those hammies, you might need to bend up a little bit, or you might need to just stay in that crisscross. It is more important right now that you keep your back straight, okay? But a lot of times, and hopefully if you see your kids, there are many kids that they can't sit straight. This is as much as they can do because we're so used to here. They're really tight in their hips and in their hammies. So you just need to be with your legs wherever you need to be for your legs to be, or for your back to be straight, okay? Bring those arms up, bring them out to the side, bring them up overhead. Inhale, exhale down. Come forward, come out, and go up. And hold it here in the front. Let's take it right into a spine stretch. So it's right at the rib cage. You're bending from the rib cage. And remember, there is no tension up here in your neck, your head, and your shoulders. Exhale. My energy is right underneath the rib cage. You should feel like somebody's like punching you right up underneath that rib cage. And it's as though you are in cement from your waist down. So you can't, it's not movement from your hip, right? It's movement from that natural flexion point underneath the rib cage. Likewise, it's not here. I love you. Because what ends up happening is we get so much tension up here. When you just sit, this is where you bend. Keep going, right? But so many times we're like, and then we get all this tension in our shoulders, head, and neck. Love you. If that's where you're getting tension, again, I love you. You're doing it wrong. Here, rib cage, right? Last one. Finish yours. And now that's 6 o'clock. You're going to draw 6 o'clock forward. Guys, your shoulders aren't moving. It's just in your pelvis. Pull your pubic bone forward. So think about coming off of your sits bones to your sits bones. Off your sits bones to your sits bones. Pull your pubic bone forward and then neutral. So we're not coming back here. Like I'm not doing that, I love you, but I see that all the time in classes, all the time. So that's why I'm saying it, and I'm being a little less PC because I can't see you. But I'm being a little more, I just want to make sure that I'm saying it loud and clear, right? You're isolating the different parts that you're working, and it's important. Here we go, we're going to put both of those together now, okay? 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, partial roll down. Please keep your 6 o'clock pulled forward, right? Keep the scoop down in your spine, feel your sits bones, uncurl one vertebrae at a time. 12, 6, roll it back, feel your sacrum. 6 o'clock stays forward, roll it up, and uncurl. So often, keep going, so often with these, right, keep going. Our attachments in our rectus abdominis are at our xiphoid and our pubic bone. And so when we keep that 6 o'clock pull forward, when we come up and then uncurl up into, right, we are using the muscles in their attachments. But so often what I'm seeing is people get here, and then we do this number. We come down, and then and there's all this tension because now we're trying to muscle up from our chest. I love you, but our pectoralis was not meant to pull us up in a roll up or to get us up from a seated position, right? Our rectus abdominis is meant to do that, our stomach, our abs. Don't try and use your shoulders and your chest for getting up. Bring it down. You're just getting all of it today, I tell you. I generally just don't get so bold when people are in front of me, but I can't see you, so I am being a little more bold because I want you to get the real space. I want you to work well, and I can't see you in it, so I'm just going to try and be a little more verbal. If I'm giving you too much, you'll just have to let me know in the chat box, all right? Okay, so we're going to finish up with a full roll down and a full roll up, and if you are feeling like this is enough for you, you're going to stay here, because I always stay here to make sure we get that form, right? If you want the full roll down, rib cage, roll it all the way down. You're going to keep it slow and controlled. Exhale up, looking at your thighs, pulling your 6 o'clock forward, feel the sits bones, and uncurl. Rib cage. Okay, I love you. And if you find yourself getting down here, you cannot get back up without doing the you went too far. Don't go down so far. Only go down as far as you can where you're able to get yourself back up again, slow and controlled. If you get down here and you can't get back up and you find yourself doing the elbow lift, again, same thing. Stay here, I promise you. Keep going. I promise you, the more intentional you are with this, the stronger you get when you stay in good form. You will get stronger and you will be safer. You'll be stronger and you'll be safer. Do not buy into bigger is better. It's not, especially in these classes. And that's the beauty of Pilates, is the longer you come, the stronger your core gets. The stronger your core is, the stronger you are in everything that you do. I have heard that from my good friend who was pregnant when she was coming to my classes and her back was hurting her, and she thought about just neutral alignment in her pelvis when she was walking and it helped. I've heard it from Bears player that I've worked with. I've heard it from a Bulls player that I've worked with. I've heard it from the triathletes, the marathoners, like all the rest of us normal Joes that work out. Like I've heard it consistently. The more neutral you can get your body, the more you can do it, like work it well. The stronger you get in your core, the better you are in everything that you do. And that's what we are after. We're after that holistic wellness. Okay, so once you get up, stay up. And we're gonna finish with this great one, and then we're gonna stretch, okay? I know I'm a little over on time today, so if you need to head out, just take some time to stretch before you head out, okay? But we started a little late, so I wanted to make sure. I want you to come here, and I want you to hold. I want you to relax your arms, your head, your neck, and I want you to relax your feet and your quads. Your energy is right here, baby. Come on, in the center. We're going down 1 inch at a time. So pull your pubic bone forward, 6 o'clock forward. Hold. Breathe. Pull it forward and hold. Forward on the pubic bone is what I'm talking about. Right? You're scooped in through here, so your core is engaged. That's where your energy is. Legs are relaxed. Come down 1 inch. If you've got to go down 5 or more, that's okay. Find your line. Come down 1 inch. Katie, aren't you love remembering these, baby? And come down 1 inch. Come on, you can do it. 1 down. And you should be just coming all the way down. All right, now, you got to go back up again. Keep your tummy tight, abs tight, ribs down, hip connection here, rib hip connection. Roll it up, hold. You do not have a rope, right? Hold, come up 1 inch. You got to pull your pubic bone forward. If you've got to go up more than 1 inch or so, that's fine. Come up. Relax your shoulders and legs. Come up. Your core should be burning. Come up. Come up. There's generally a sticking point down a little bit farther. Bring it up. Good, and release. Now give yourself a pat back. You did it. Breathe it up. Oh, you rock today. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited because it's so much fun. We've got people from all over the United States. My sister who's in South Africa. Like, how beautiful to be able to join together and do this. I just love it, love it, love it. Exhale that out. Good. Hold those fingertips out. Now just take the ear to shoulder. Take a nice deep breath. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to take a second here. I want you to think about something that you are just, roll your head to the front, roll it over to the other side. What is something that you are really grateful for right now? Whatever is the first thing that popped into your mind. Bring it back in center, look it up, look over the right shoulder, reach those fingertips out, come back center, bring it over. Good. Why are you thankful for that thing today? Roll those shoulders back and down. Explore it for a moment, like what makes you grateful for that? And roll forward. Did you know that gratitude changes the chemistry of your brain? And we kind of need that right now. Like life is not all that easy in the moment, is it? All right, reach it out. Not for a lot of people. Now, I want you to sit nice and tall. Stay where you are. Feel your sits bones and take your hands beside you and just gently come forward. Now, I want that back as straight as you can get it. And it doesn't matter if you don't have any range of motion forward, that's okay. Release your quads. Right, just pop those knees and chest and lengthen. Now, you do your chin. Like, don't reach through your chin. Did I catch anyone there? That's what I've done before a lot. Relax your shoulders, lean it down, keep going. Keep that nice, beautiful stretch. Thank you so much, Jane. It's awesome to have you here. I love doing it. It's fun. All right, so just reach forward into that. All right, now, allow your body to just fold forward, reach down towards your feet. If you can, grab the bottom of those feet and just pull those toes towards you. It's okay if you can't touch your toes, just draw them towards you. Just want the back side of that body to get some good stretch here. All right, now I want you to think about what is something that today you could do that would serve someone else. Bring it up. And I want you just to lengthen those legs out to the side. Does someone need to hear your voice today? Can you give them a call? Do they need a text? Sit up nice and tall. Again, hands behind your hips. And we're going to lean forward from that chest. And again, it doesn't matter if you don't have range of motion forward. Just get that straight back and lean into it. But I will say, flexibility is important. I have people who say it's not. It is. And this is a perfect time to stretch. Flexibility is important because you want range of motion. You want mobility. And if your muscles are too tight and you don't practice and engage through the stretching and the flexibility and release some of that, then what ends up happening is that you can end up actually hurting yourself because your muscles get really, really tight. Really important to do the flexibility and the stretching, but only when you're warm. When your muscles are warm, when you've been working out. All right, turn to that right and come down into it. So, who is somebody you could serve today? Is there an organization that needs something? Anybody in your family? How about writing a thank you note, or not even a thank you note, an encouragement note? Take that same hand on the inside, and then I want you just to come up and over. Could you write a little encouragement card today? Or is it somebody's birthday and you can't go there, but maybe sending a card would be better because it's something tangible. Bring it up and over, switch sides. How about, I'm sorry, turn first. Hold on, turn, lean into it. Is there anybody, an elderly person in your community who might need something? Maybe pick up some groceries for them, drop it off. Anything they might need, driving somewhere. Drop that same hand now on the inside, come over. But a good portion, like so much, I know we're all mostly inside, but there are things that we can do to serve and to bless. And we start to think outside of ourselves, it really helps us to lift our mood and our spirits. So that's why I'm saying that. And bring it up. Nice. Draw those legs in. I'll take that right leg, and we're going to come up and in. Now, in this position, knee in the center, right in between that chest. And when you come up and over, sit tall. Hug that knee into you and sit tall. Okay? Here, your chi. I love you. And come up. Right? So draw that knee in. Nice and tight, back straight. With that straight leg, what I want you to do, pull up just a little bit so the knee is bent, and then draw that leg out. So roll that toe. See what this knee does? It moves across the body. Sit tall. Sit tall. Yes. So your shoulders didn't go over with you. You stayed where you were. You're on both sits bones, and that knee is going across. You should feel this in your butt, down into your piriformis. It's the big muscle that sits right on the bone of the pelvis there, and it's a connective muscle, right, that attaches up into your lower back and down into that hammy. Really important. A lot of us are really tight. So you want that back side of the body to be loosened and strengthened. Yeah. All right, switch sides. Cross it over, knee in between that chest. Just come, hold here, draw it up and sit tall. All right, that leg is straight, sit tall. Good. So how are you doing with your overall wellness? How are you doing with, I'm proud of you today, you're here, you're moving. I hope you give yourself lots of kudos, I really do. Bottom foot, draw that knee up. Now, roll it out. Keep your shoulders to me. Right? So you're coming in, coming across, sit tall. You should feel that again in your butt. How are you doing with your overall wellness? How are you doing with more movement? Are you getting enough movement in your days and in your weeks? Are you finding things that are good for you, that are good for your body and what you need? That's really super important that you're listening to your body and what you need in that. How about your food? How are you doing with keeping up with some good nutrition? Are you making sure that you're getting some fruits and some veggies into your, predominantly, right, fruits and veggies into your diets? Really important. So if you feel like you've fallen off the wagon, bring it in, right, and you want to take back some control in that, I am having an event tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time. I have a couple of ladies who own fitness studios, and they wanted to do this to help their members, to some of them that they've talked to take back control of their health in simple ways that are sustainable, that also lead to lifestyle improvements. So if you want to jump on tomorrow again at noon Central Standard Time, let me know. I can send you the link, and we're going to get on for about 30 minutes. It's not going to be a long, but we're just encouraging each other in this holistic wellness to make sure, pat yourself in the back, you deserve it, that in this time, like, it's so important to keep all of us healthy and strong, because we cannot serve anyone else, we cannot take care of anyone else if we are not maintaining our own strength. So important to have that self-care in there and to take back that and to keep our mindset in a strong. So if you would like to be a part of that event tomorrow, again, it is at noon Central Standard Time, and I can get you the Zoom link. That's the beauty of Zoom, isn't it? Like, we're able to kind of join around the world in so many different things. So, all right, last thing you are going to do for me, I will hear you, is I want you to say always to my question here. The answer is always. So you are going to say it always really loud, okay? Are you beautiful today? Always. I know I heard you. Are you strong today? Always. Yes. Thank you for being here with me. I love you all. And please, I'll stay here for a few more minutes. If you have any comments or questions, I don't have to run right away. Just let me know if you have any comments or questions. If there's anything you would like to look at or see different or ask about a movement, any of that, I would love to answer any questions. But I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Again, thank you for being here. Whole Athlete Live for Lives. Charity drive if you want to participate in that. Again, you guys too, if you want to, any of you who are mine, I'm happy to get you that info. So you guys are awesome, you are strong, you are beautiful, and I'm so grateful that you are here. So I hope you have an awesome, awesome day. And again, if you have any comments, questions you want, just let me know. But I'm going to end this one over here. Have an awesome day, guys. Sending lots of love.